I believe the hardest part about raising children is to remember that I was a child. When I was a child, I tried to remember how I would have liked adults to treat me. I try and remember the things I did not know and the things I had yet to learn when I was a kid. Raising children can be complicated because we often forget what it was like to be the child that is being raised. Complications of raising children is getting them to trust that you already did the things that you do not want them to do, and you do not wish them to learn the hard way. I have tried to explain many times to my children the direction they should head, and I try to explain all the directions that did not work for me. But then I also try and remember that sometimes children need to learn on their own. By sometimes making the same mistake we made and realizing that we are right as adults. In order to reinforce what we know, I have come to realize it's better not to say something and let our children sometimes step off the curb and try avoiding the cars coming their direction in order to realize we already told them cars were coming. Sometimes it is best for our words to be reinforced with our children's actions, proving that we were right. I do not try to be the perfect parent. I try to be the learning parent, the parent that continues to learn the better ways to raise children. I continue to learn the better ways to be a better parent. There is no perfect way to raise children. The best we can do is continue to learn how to live our lives and learn how to teach children how to live their lives. Children, they will most likely choose to learn the hard way, trying to prove parents wrong, wanting to show they can do what we did and get away with it, even if we did not get away with it. When children know we have gotten away with anything as parents, they might do what we have done to try and get away with it too. I have learned from being a parent that it's not whether I am right or wrong, it is whether I can get my children to listen. If you can get a child to listen, that is more important than being right and wrong. Raising children and the difficulties that go along with it will always be an emotional and mental learning experience based on how mature children are willing to be and how fast they want to grow up. I raise a child based on how I felt and what I thought when I was a kid, and why I did the things I did, and what my motivations were motivated to do, what I was doing. I try and share my experiences with my children, realizing that there's nothing I can do to stop them from having free will and making their own choices and their own mistakes in life. I realize sometimes stepping back as a parent is the best thing a parent can do, especially when we have already given every warning and every detailed explanation that we can to children. Being a parent is difficult because we are trying to teach children what we already know, but what we did not most likely listen to as children.